Hello, Alistair Smith here again. Just a quick song for you. It's quite a short one. It's just to teach you what's actually in your tap water. You're told it's fluoride, but it's actually something different because fluoride's a natural element. What's in your tap water is hydrofluorisilicic acid. I know that's a bit of a mouthful, but there's a way to learn how to say it. And Mary Poppins Mary Poppins supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Okay, well, it goes a little something like this. It's hydrofluorosilic acid and it's in your water. You were told it's fluoride, but it's something really stronger. When you drink too much of it, yes, you may get cancer. 100 people a day getting cancer in Ireland. Well, we should be trying to lower that, not inflate it. HFSA is leftover waste. HFSA if you want to abbreviate it. HFSA is leftover waste. You've been paying your water rates since 1998. You've been paying for leftover waste to be dumped into your bodies, into your water. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Irish Labour do not care about your teeth. And you're trusting them to give you a drink. I wouldn't take a drink from Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael. I wouldn't trust them to give me a drink because the drink is spiked. It's a neurotoxin. Fluoride is a neurotoxin, and it's been proven to cause ADHD, among other neurological conditions. Alzheimer's is rampant in this country. Depression is through the roof, and we don't even have the services to help these people. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael need to stop poisoning the people. Google Repeal Fluoridation Act and remove your consent to be mass medicated, because mass medication is just so wrong, because what works for one person is going to be toxic to another person. So far, so good, yeah. But then later on, you'll get really sick, and they won't say that it was hydrofluorosilicic acid. They won't say it was fluoride, because Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael will never take ownership of their mistakes. So it's up to you to remove your consent, and then if you get sick, you can sue Irish Water, you can sue Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, but first of all, you must remove your consent, because you need to remove the consent first, because then that makes it a criminal act under Irish law, 1997 Non-Fatal Offences Against the Person Act, 12 subsection 1, poisoning. So you can have a look at that one. And also the Nuremberg Code, which was brought in after World War II, after the Nazis, because they did a lot of experimentation, like testing fluoride out in the Jews to keep them docile and under control in the concentration camps. So the Nuremberg Codes, number one, the top principle is that the subject must agree and must consent knowingly to what has been experimented upon them. And in this case, the Irish people, it is hydrofluorosilicic acid. It's not natural fluoride. It's leftover waste from phosphate mining. It's an industrial waste that they can't put into the sea, so they just dump it into you. But they don't dump it into me, because I've got a reverse osmosis filter. And I've also got a year of my receipts from buying bottled water. In 2016, I was buying loads of bottles of water to cook and to drink with. Because I'm not going to dump industrial waste into my body. And also, I grew up knowing that Hitler used the fluoride on the Jews. But then I got to my 20s, hey, I'm still drinking this. Hitler used this on the Jews, but I'm still drinking it. And then I got to my 30s, I had epilepsy, and then oh no, like a neurotoxin's not really going to help my epilepsy. Time for me to stop drinking this industrial waste, because that's all it is. And you've been paying for it since the late 90s. Brendan Ogle, Right to Water, they should really have done more to warn the Irish people not to drink the tap water. Don't trust Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Irish Labour, neoliberals who are just poisoning you and keeping you under control with the neurotoxin. And you need to remove your consent to make it poisoning. Do that today. Google Repeal Fluoridation Act. Each week I've been submitting 1,000 people's names to Simon Harris who've removed their consent to be mass medicated. And the 1964 Gladys Ryan case, the judge ruled that Gladys had the choice to not drink the fluoride, but it actually is not fluoride, is it? Remember Mary Poppins? Or to drink it. But, okay, I go for a pint. I order a pint of Guinness. Barman pours it from the tap. But Guinness uses Irish tap water. So I get dosed with hydrofluorisilicic acid against my will. I go to a restaurant. I order a cup of coffee, cup of tea. It's brewed with water from the municipal water supply, which just means public supply. I should have really just try and keep it simple there rather than using a big humdrum word like that. Municipal. It's quite easy when I just breathe and say it. So, I order a cup of coffee, cup of tea. It's made with fluoridated tap water that is actually just hydrofluorisilicic acid and is industrial waste. I don't have a choice, do I? I order a bowl of spaghetti. It's boiled in hydrofluorisilicic acid. So, the next time a court case is taken, we're going to win this one. And we can all do it together. So, if you remove your consent and do take a court case up, do get in touch because then we can all go in together. There'll be 3,000 of us already that have signed the petition, and you can say, next witness, and in they come. Next witness, in they come. There'll be 3,000 people there that have removed their consent, have been mass medicated. Some of them will have had illnesses. I've had an illness. I've also people with hypothyroidism, depression. You could sue Irish Water, and that's what really will make them scared and make them think about removing this act, repealing the Artificial Water Fluoridation Act, which is just called the Water Fluoridation Act, 1960s. So if you just Google Repeal Fluoridation Act, we'd appreciate your support. Thanks very much for your time. And remember, Mary Poppins is hydrofluorisilicic acid and it's in your water. You were told it's fluoride, but it's something really stronger. HFSA is leftover waste. HFSA is leftover waste. So stop using yourself as a dump. And don't be allowing yourself to be dumped upon. And also, you've been paying for water since 1998. You should at least have some decent water. 1960s Ireland was a different country. People didn't have toothpaste. They didn't have the education either to go and brush their teeth. Read the back of your mouthwash also today, folks. It says, do not swallow. Can you read? Also, it says, seek medical advice if you're getting fluoride from another source. Like tea, Irish teas, Lyons, Barry's, have the highest fluoride content in all of Europe. The teas are grown in Kenya. Black tea also involves a lot of processing. So enough fluoride there. They don't need it in their tap water. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Irish Labour, stop poisoning the Irish people, especially the babies of Ireland. We've had enough. Repeal the Fluoridation Act or get your asses sued. We'll see you in court.